Cyber Dragon Infinity finally made it into Duel Links, the first consistent omni-negate of the game, heralding us into a new era of this game getting progressively worse and worse. There are many decks that seek to harness the power of Cyber Dragon Infinity, but after minutes of searching, I found the greatest one. It is not Cyber Dragon, it's not even Galaxy, it is Raidraptors. This deck idea comes from Pro Region, who made a post on Twitter that I saw detailing the new way that Raidraptors were able to make Cyber Dragon Infinity. Quickly, before I get this video started, I want to give a shout out not only to Region on Twitter. I don't know if they have a YouTube channel, that would be a good way to follow on their stuff if they did, but also Chiv, who has been posting Raidraptor replays and cards consistently, which is really good. Now back to the deck. It is a pretty classic Raidraptors list. We are playing 2 Mimicry Linears, which is our send target off of the Tribute Linears. With the Mimicry Linears, we can get a Pain Linears, a Singing Linears, or a Strangle Linears. The latter, however, does lock us into Dark Monsters, so we don't want to use it too early in our combos. We're not playing the Fuzzy Linears for this exact reason, because it locks you into Raidraptor monsters, and since we're doing stuff other than just passing on Revolution Falcon Air Raid anymore, we don't want to be playing this. We also are not playing Evolar Solda, because this is the card that you'd use to summon off of the Soul Shade Force using Force Tricks. Now we have Cyber Dragon Infinity, so we don't need Solda anymore. But it still is kind of funny to think that this is where the deck pretty much started. We also have the 3 Phantom Knights rank up Magic Force, which can be a starter with the help of our skill, which can like switcheroo this for any of our Raidraptor monsters. Vanishing Linears is also a decent starter. If you don't taper the Tribute Linears, it's still a way to get 2 monsters on the field to make a 4 and get your combo started. Blizzard is pretty much the best way to deal with the very annoying staple that is Book of Eclipse that we are also playing, and DD Crow is just there because it's not necessary, but I like it in the current metagame, especially on ladder. This one can prove to be a kind of an issue for some opponents. Our basic turn 1 combo is to want to make Force Tricks into Soul Shade Force for a Cyber Dragon Infinity, and then use our Strangle Linears to make a Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, while setting another rank up Magic Force thanks to the Raider's Unbreakable Mind destroying itself, so that we can then rank up this Dark Rebellion into a Dark Requiem or a bonus turn, giving us access to 1 Omni Negate and up to 3 Monster Negates, which, if you ask me, is a lot better than what Cyber Dragons are doing with their 1-off Monster Negate v mana. I mean, sure, dude. Of course, we also have access to other decent options from Raider's Knight into Arc Rebellion Xyz Dragons to facilitate OTKs, to the unconventional but helpful 4-armored Utopic Ray Lancer, which is a really good card to be playing against Lyrilisk very specifically, and Raidraptor Revolution Falcon Air Raid into Raidraptor Revolution Falcon, which is still like a decent play that you can use to clear the board a little bit. They are still pretty decent cards. All in all, compared to previous version of this deck, I'd say it's traded a little bit of consistency for a lot more power, and I would not be surprised if this ends up being a really decent rogue deck, maybe even a tier deck, you never know. Barring the fact, of course, that this deck falls apart if it gets Effect Veiler, which it's kind of an issue, but what can you do? This being said, I'm still having a lot of fun playing this deck on ladder at the moment, and why don't I show you with a couple of replays? This first replay is going to be against, that's right, you guessed it, Cyber Dragons. We are both going to be trying to summon Infinity, but I'm going first, so chances are that I'm going to be the one to do it. So, this is going to be a good opportunity to showcase the basic turn 1 combo you want to go for pretty much every time. Vanishing Linears is a pretty great normal summon, so that's going to be my normal summon, followed by a Tribute Linears that is going to send a Mimicry Linears banishing itself in order to get a Singing Linears. Then I'm going to put 2 and 2 together to make 4 into Raidraptor Force Strix, which is then going to detach a material in order to get the Raidraptor Strangle Linears. I also use the choose to summon the Singing Linears now. You don't have to do it now, and you don't have to do it in any particular order. You just have to not summon the Strangle Linears until after you've summoned Cyber Dragon Infinity. Once again, this card locks you into Dark Monsters. So, Raiders Revolution, sending the Force Tricks, getting a Soul Shade Force and setting the Raiders Unbreakable Mind. Rank up Magic Soul Shade Force, that's a mouth twister, is going to bring back the Force Tricks and then make a Cyber Dragon Infinity. I'm going to activate Raiders Unbreakable Mind in response to the summon pop itself in order to set a rank up Magic Force. Then special the Strangle Lanius. Strangle Lanius is going to bring back a Vanishing Lanius in attack position. Cyber Dragon Infinity effect is going to attach the Vanishing Lanius' material. Why do I do that? I don't know, I just like having a bigger Cyber Dragon Infinity. Then with the Singing Lanius and the Strangle Lanius, I'm going to make a Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, set the Blizzard and pass the turn. My opponent is going to activate a Book of Eclipse, but unfortunately it is going to be met with the aforementioned Blizzard, which is a really good Silver Bullet against this Silver Bullet. He's going to put it back in the hand, but it doesn't really matter. They're going to activate the Scale, send a Cyber Dragon to the graveyard, special another one. I am going to promptly and activate the rank up Magic Force. They're going to activate Book of Eclipse, but I don't care because it's being negated by the Blizzard. That's part of the text on Blizzard. Maybe you should have read the Blizzards. Anyway, I am going to be able to summon the Dark Requiem Xyz Dragon. They're going to normal summon Cyber Dragon Core. It is going to be met with a negate from the Dark Requiem. Not once per turn, by the way. Dark Requiem Xyz Dragon is not once per turn. Nasta is going to send a second Cyber Dragon Core, which is also going to be met with a negate. And I didn't even have to use CDI this turn. Isn't that amazing? I guess I could have used it for the Book of Eclipse, but I had the Blizzard, so I had more negates that I knew what to do with them. So that's just lethal, because I can just attach the Cyber Dragon's material, and lethal. That's that easy. This is simply that easy. And this is how you beat Cyber Dragons at their own game. This second replay is going to be against someone named Hey Trunade. I am not making this up, which, I don't know how I feel about that. As you can see, they are playing True Dracos and chose not to bring an extra deck, which I'm not sure why they would do that. There's nothing preventing you from playing an extra in this version of the deck in dueling specifically. Anyway, they're gonna pop the Ignis in the hand to get a Dynamite Knight, activate Disciples and tribute it for the Dynamite Knight, have one card in hand and pass. Going to normal Vanishing Lanius once again, which is going to be met with the Dynamite Knight, getting the True Draco Apocalypse. Vanishing Lanius into Tribute Lanius, sending Mimicry Lanius, banishing Mimicry Lanius to get a Singing Lanius, Pain Lanius, targeting the Tribute Lanius. I did open a banger hand this game, I have to admit. But then I'm going to be able to make Force Tricks with just these two cards in hand. This is when they're going to tribute the True Draco Apocalypse to get an Ignisty, the True Draco Royal, destroying the Force Tricks, preventing me from beginning search. But that's okay because I already have everything. I can just send this Singing Lanius to the graveyard, set the Raiders Unbreakable Mind and the what's this card called? Mimicry Lanius to my field, using the Scale Soul Shade Force for Force Tricks, and once again getting the Cyber Dragon Infinity. And then I'm going to activate Raiders Unbreakable Mind, destroying the Ignis Seat, because how dare you? I'm just going to be able to attach rather the Dynamite Mind to my CDI and then make Dark Rebellion, and then set the card, and then, you know what? For good measure, just to show them that the nut hand, I'm going to bring back the Strangle Lanius, bringing back the Vanishing Lanius rather, and that's a lot of big attack numbers. That's lethal. That's basically how it is to make lethal with this deck. I think the real moral of the story is don't play True Dracos. It's not it's not good. Well, let's play Floodgates, dude. I don't know what to tell you. And the last replay of this day is going to be another Thane player, but this one is not on Cyber Dragon. They're on a deck that is much more despicable is what I meant to say. Shaddolls, that's right, they're playing Shaddolls. Unfortunately for them, going first, I just keep opening Vanishing Lanius, but you don't have to open Vanishing Lanius for the combo. You just need to open one of the two, either Tribute or Vanishing. I just happen to open both because I'm based and good at this deck. But if you just open Tribute Lanius, as you can see, you can still perform the combo with an additional material, because Force Tricks gets you the Singing Lanius, and the detaching the Mimicry gets you the Strangle Lanius, or the other way around. You have tons of extension in this deck. that you don't need to open specifically Vanishing Plus Tribute to do plays. This is the same combo as the first one. I just wanted to showcase it because I think it's just kind of neat how you keep making CDI, Raider's Unbreakable Mind, destroying itself once again, being able to pop itself to such the rank up Magic Force is pretty neat. This time I am going to Strangle Lanius, bringing back the Tribute Lanius, and still attached to the Cyber Dragon Infinity. Because I don't know, I just like doing this. This is the exact same setup as the first game, which I guess you can do sort of consistently, except this time I don't have a Blizzard, I have a Book of Eclipse. They're gonna normal Derillion and not activate the effect. I get to sort of shotgun the effect of Rank Up Magic Force rather to go into a Dark Requiem. I'm gonna allow them to use the Magistus Invocation, so they can go into El Shadow Construct. They're gonna Shadow Seal 1, Falco Seal 2. I'm going to Dark Requiem the Falco effect to prevent them from getting something else that's gonna send Squamata with the Construct, which I'm also going to Dark Requiem. Because how dare you. Then they're gonna link up the Construct into a Gravity Controller, which, guess what? I am going to Requiem as well. That's a solid use of 3 monster negate. They're gonna set 1 attack with the Gravity Control activity effect, but Cyber Dragon Infinity still has an active negate on it. That's 4 negates used in a single turn. How's that for interaction? A normal summon the Micronanius. Oh no, Ice Dragon's Prison. Aha, but I still have my Cyber Dragon Infinity having access to another negate because they attached 2. Well, I attached 1 monster last turn with it. So that's why you do this play, if you're wondering why. And this is how you win the game once again. I could have also kept the Strangle Lanius for full up on my next turn, but didn't really need to do that. I just like attaching an additional material to the CDI. And that's Raidraptors, a deck that is pretty good at setting up a really annoying board of up to 4 negates, and also somewhat good going second. I didn't really have an occasion to show it during my replays, but the ability to set Raider's Unbreakable Mind with the skill, and usually when you make Force Tricks is when your opponents are going to try and disrupt you and get rid of the Force Tricks. But that's not a problem, because that by this point, all you want is just some fodder to activate the skill for Soul Shape Force, so you can just get your skill and Soul Shape Force and Raider's Unbreakable Mind, pop whatever back row they have, and you can also have access to Revolution Falcon Air Red instead of, you can go for a Raider's Night line into Arc Rebellion, of course, but you can also go for Dark Rebellion into Red Falcon Air Raid, or Raider's Night into Arc Rebellion into Rank Up Magic Force for Air Raid, which is, like, there's so many possibilities for this deck. The one thing that Cyber Dragons have over it, in my opinion, is the ability to dispose of a large quantity of back row, because this deck, in fact, cannot make Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon. I still think this is a really good deck, and I look forward to enjoying playing it some more on ladder, maybe through a stream. I'm not going to be available this weekend, but I'm probably going to stream a late cog run with this deck sometimes next week. Regardless, that will be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like and a positive comment. And, you know what? I'm considering playing Cyber Dragons now that I have an Infinity, so maybe that's going to be an upcoming video that you can look forward to. But otherwise, I'm open to all suggestions for future videos as well. Special thanks go to Zinnia, Outage Boy Zero, Dingus, Yannick, and Jimmy for their donations on Ko-fi. If you'd like to support me further, you can go to my Ko-fi and donate whatever amount you feel comfortable with. No obligations though, that's just a little bonus for you, and especially for me. And I will be back soon with some more content. I did say that I was not going to delve into the newest main box, but that doesn't stop me from making video guides and probably giving Cyber Dragons a try. Thank you once again for watching. Take care everyone. I will see you all next time.